Lily. She's somewhere deep under the table. Where'd she go? She's up under there. Oh, 10 o'clock. Okay. Now it's time for yoga. Good morning, everyone. Did you figure out how to get out of bed this morning like I did? This new pandemic schedule, sometimes we sleep later than we have in the past. But getting rest right now is of highest importance. All right, we're going to start by chanting Om and Shanti. So find your seats. Close your eyes if it's helpful. And then we'll harmonize with the infinite, the great eraser of the mind, the highest sounds in yoga. So it's interesting, some of the yoga teachers out there can appreciate this. You know, sometimes if we're teaching, you're wondering, what am I going to teach? What am I going to sing? As a Jiva Mukti teacher, where we're singing mantra constantly, we're looking up different passages from different books on yoga to help support the teaching that we are trying to give. And so it was funny, I was driving home yesterday from work and I was like, oh, I know what I'm going to chant, and I was sure of it, and then I kind of forgot about it, and then right before we started class, I said, oh yeah, there it is. That's what I want to teach, you know? And one of the things to remember that yoga philosophy tells us is that the teachings are already inside of us. You know, you don't have to mine that deeply. You don't have to stretch the mind so far. What you really need to do is just quiet down long enough that the teachings then come to your fingertips and they're right in front of you. So the mantra that came to me yesterday is on page 5, it's number 16. It's one of the Jiva Mukti favorites. It's Satsangatve, Nisangatvam, Nisangatve Nirmohatvam, Nirmohatve Nischalatatvam, Nischalatatve, Jivan Mukti, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Muda Mate. Good and virtuous company gives rise to non-attachment. From non-attachment comes freedom from delusion. With freedom from delusion, one feels the changeless reality. Experiencing that changeless reality, one attains liberation in this life. I am is the ocean of awareness. Realizing this, one feels I am not the body and mind, although I have a body and mind. Realize Govinda, realize Govinda, realize Govinda in your heart, O wise one. And that's an interpretation by Sri Brahmananda Saraswati. Now, interesting, when I was a student, a new student to Jiva Mukti in 1999, there were no chant books. You didn't go into class and they said, here, have this chant book to follow along. You had to learn these different mantras by showing up to class and reciting them with your fellows. That's how you learned. So it's the same idea, tapping into something that was already there. You know, on their face it seems very complicated, something hard to memorize, but something about the melody, something about the meter, you know, you get it. It hooks into the mind. And I remember when I first heard this one and I heard the word Jivan Mukti and a chant, I was like, oh, that's where they got their name from, you know? Only later to find out it's all throughout spiritual literature, you know, the Jivan Mukta. So anyways, let's do call and response. Satsangatve nisangatvam. Together. Satsangatve nisangatvam. Nisangatve nirmohatvam. Nisangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivan mukti, nischalatatve jivan mukti, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam Mudhamate, Bhaja Govindam Mudhamate. Now the thing to remember too about mantra is it's actually a breathing exercise, a pranayama. It's meant to slow down the mind as it slows your breathing down. So let's do it all together with that in mind. Don't be in a rush. And if you're not sure of it, you don't have a chant book, just kind of follow along where you can. Okay, from the top. Inhale a breath. Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivan mukti, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam Mudhamate. So some of you know Ruth Lauer Manente. She lives in upstate New York. She is one of our amazing yoga teachers from our Jiva Mukti lineage. And she gives a talk online a couple days a week, and me and my wife Amanda show up for it. And she just has so much knowledge in this practice, in this focus, in this yoga, because she's been a student for so long. And one of the sutras in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras that we fall upon many times is the second book, 46th Sutra, Sthira Sukham Asanam. It says, asana is perfection, firmness of body, steadiness of intelligence, and benevolence of spirit. Or our connection to the earth should be steady and joyful, as Sharon and David remind us. Now what Ruth did is she turned us to the next sutra, which I don't know if I've really ever studied that closely. In the second book, 47th Sutra, it says, Prayatna Sathilya Ananta Samapatibhabhyam. Prayatna is persevering, effort, continued exertion, endeavor. Sathilya, laxity, relaxation. Ananta, endless. Boundless, eternal, infinite. And Samapatibhyam, assuming original form, completion, conclusion. Iyengar translates, perfection in asana is achieved when the effort to perform it becomes effortless and the infinite being within is reached. So beautiful, these teachings. When I hear them, I feel moved deeply. Perfection in asana is reached only when effort ceases, instilling infinite poise and allowing the finite vehicle, the body, to merge in the seer. The sadhaka, that's you and me, can be considered firm in his posture when persevering effort is no longer needed. In this ability, he grasps the psychology of each asana and penetrates within, reaching the minutest parts of the body. Then he gains the art of relaxation, maintaining the firmness and the extension of the body and consciousness. In this way, he develops a sensitive mind. With this sensitivity, he trains his thinking faculty to read, study, and penetrate the infinite. He is immersed in the boundless state of oneness, which is indivisible and universal. Some say that it is possible to acquire mastery of asana merely by surrendering to God. How can this be so? In yoga, we are on a razor's edge, and in asana, perfection must be attained through perseverance, alertness, and insight. Without these, we remain dull and make no progress. Surrender to God alone does not make us perfect, although it helps us to forget the stresses of life. and of our efforts and guides us towards humility, even when perfection in asana has been attained. When the sadhaka has reached that state of balance, attention, extension, diffusion, and relaxation take place simultaneously in the body and intelligence, and they merge in the seat of the soul. This is the sign of release from the dualities of pleasure and pain, contraction and extension, heat and cold, honor and dishonor, etc. Perfection in asana brings unalloyed happiness, blessedness, and beatitude. Such a beautiful writer. Such insight. So again, it's talking about action. Right? It's talking about showing up. It's talking about what lies underneath the practice itself. Now, one of the pitfalls of yoga practices, any spiritual practice, is getting stuck in the ritual. If I show up and I do the things on the checklist, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and then you've forgotten all about God. The thing that you are after eludes you completely because you're so stuck in the regime, right? You're so stuck in the regiment of what you've set forth, right? You're saying prayers mechanically without actually taking in their truest and deepest knowledge. So here he's saying, show up, put a maximum effort, have effort in your practice, right? Have energy for that practice. You know, if we listen to some of the guidelines of Sharon at the beginning of this pandemic, she told us how to achieve that effort. Take care of yourself. Make sure you get enough sleep. Make sure you have proper diet. Make sure that you are socially distancing but still socially being, you know, involved with people. Maybe through Zoom, through media, through whatever it is. You know, make sure you get enough sunshine every day. Get vitamin D. Show up for your yoga practice. If we take care of this physical vehicle, the effort's there. It's already wanting to reach towards something higher. And then we are reminded that if we do all this, at some point, it's not going to be a regimen anymore. There's not going to be some checklist we need to show up for. We're just going to just show up to the practice, right? We're just going to fall into our seat automatically. You know, it kind of leans towards that discussion of karma, action, right? We know through the study of karma that what we repeat, what we water, right, the seeds of karma, if we water them, they grow. So if we keep continually watering the seeds of worry, of fear, of doubt, of depression, those seeds are going to continue to bloom and flower and just wreak havoc in our lives. But if we turn towards yogic wisdom and knowledge in our mature action, we begin to water things like our sadhana. We start to water things like being in the moment. We start watering things like our effort. We start watering our ability to be compassionate and to be understanding. You know, this month Sharon's given us a very powerful teaching to think about, spiritual activism. And what she tells us in her writing is if you don't have your own spiritual house in order, you can't begin to impress anyone else with these teachings. You can't begin to transmit anything because you don't have them yourselves. You know, there's nothing worse than sitting down in front of a teacher and they just read from a book and there's no connection. You can clearly feel it and see it. They're just reading words from a page. And you kind of get turned off and you start fidgeting in your seat and doing asanas before they're done. You know, it's important that we really try to transmit something here. So, show people that you're steady and joyful. Fall back on that sutra that comes before this. Do your practice in a way that really represents who you are, right? You know, show through your actions who you are. You know, from the Bhagavad Gita, people are going to follow us. They're going to watch our actions, good or bad. And they're going to follow the examples that we lead. So, I'm going to continue to show up in this time of a pandemic. This is nothing new. This is nothing unusual. The world's been through this before. And I'm going to be a yogi. I'm going to be steady and joyful. I'm going to show mature action. And I'm going to water the seeds that are going to show my effort, right? I'm ready for this moment. I can handle this moment. I'm handling this moment. And I will be armed with my beautiful mantra, my beautiful writings of my spiritual teachers, my fellow yogis. and I will persevere. So with that, we're going to get into our asana so we can begin to perfect our action. Not so much that the asana itself is perfect, but that our intention behind the asana is clear. So let's start first by creating a clean space to do our practice. And then you're going to come to a mountain pose at the front of the mat and bring your hands to prayer. And remember, this means something. Anjali Mudra, hands in prayer, placed in front of the heart. It's like we're asking for something, right? Closing the eyes makes it powerful for me. You don't have to close your eyes. And I want you to make an offering up to your practice. Right? So I'm going to offer up to my teacher Ruth for her beautiful effort that she's been showing twice a week. She sits down with the beautiful teachings of yoga and she gives us her experience and knowledge and insight. So thank you, Ruth. I love you and bow to you. And then you begin to move your audible breath, inhale and exhale. Ujjayi breathing. On your exhale, you're going to release your arms down. We're going to start with variation of sun salutation today. You're going to inhale, hook the thumbs, bring the hands forward and overhead, arch back. Exhale, folding forward with bent knees, and release your hands behind you and draw your arms long. Inhale, place your hands down. Step back with your right foot into lunge and look up. We'll take this first one slow. Exhale, your left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly roll forward to plank position, right? We're not in a rush today. Exhale, bend the elbows a little bit or a lot, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Again, you're going to inhale, roll forward to plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor, seat is high. Inhale, push through to a low cobra. And then through bent knees, push your seat to your heels. Come back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward into lunge, look up. Exhale, left foot meets your right, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees slightly. Hook your thumbs, bring your hands forward and overhead, arch back. Exhale, folding forward with bent knees and release your hands behind you. Draw your arms long overhead. Inhale, place your hands down. Step back with your left foot into lunge, look up. Exhale, your right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly roll forward to plank position. Keep the elbows close to the body, bend the elbows a little bit or a lot, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor, seat is high. Inhale, push through to a low cobra. Then through bent knees, push your seat to your heels. Come back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward into lunge. Exhale, right foot meets the left, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees slightly. Hook your thumbs, bring your hands forward and overhead, arch back. Exhale, release your hands to prayer. One of the things that my teachers, Sharon, Ruth, others, that they suggest to us is that we practice every day. And they're not saying something that they don't do themselves. They practice every day. Sharon has made it so simple that she's given us the magic 10. So there's no excuse. Every day we could take 10 minutes and do 10 of the simple asanas that she's prescribed. She even says in her book that you can do a variation of the 10. Change up the order, but just do the practice. Show the effort. And then what happens, as they've both displayed, is that it becomes effortless. Exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, hook your thumbs, bring your hands forward and overhead. Exhale, folding forward with bent knees and release your hands behind. Draw the arms long. Inhale, hands down, right foot steps back. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank position. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, push through to a low cobra. Then through bent knees, push your seat to your heels. Downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward into lunge. Look up. Exhale, left foot meets the right, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees slightly, hook your thumbs. Bring your hands forward and overhead. Exhale, folding forward with bent knees, and release your hands behind, draw your arms long. Inhale, hands down, left foot back. Exhale, right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank position. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, push through to a low cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward into lunge. Exhale, right foot meets the left, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees slightly, hook your thumbs. Bring your hands forward and overhead, arch back. Exhale, release your hands to prayer, pause in action. My wife Amanda asked me this morning as we woke up at 9:15, class starts at 10. She said, how do you just get out of class, sit in front of a camera and teach yoga? I said, I just show up for it. I don't even think about it, you know? I know that the yoga teachings will come through. It's not so much about me. It's more of me just being a channel, a vehicle for the teachings to come through. So just take a moment here, breathe in and breathe out. Know that the effort is naturally there. You just have to let it go. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, lift the prayer up, awkward pose. Exhale, diving forward. You know, it's a feature of karma yoga. Inhale, come up. Exhale, slowly lower, chaturanga, being service to others. Inhale. Exhale, back. Inhale, step your right foot forward, turn your left heel down, lift the prayer up, bring your gaze, offer the prayer. Exhale, place your hands down, step back, slowly lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, lift the prayer up, warrior one. Exhale, place your hands down, step back, slowly lower, chaturanga, up dog. Exhale, back again. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down. Lift the prayer up, first warrior pose. Exhale, place your hands down. Step back, slowly lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back. Inhale, left foot forward. Lift the prayer up, warrior one. Exhale, place your hands down. Slowly lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. You know, through the months teaching online, I have no students running me physically, but I have gotten messages through social media, and they really keep me going. I kind of laugh because they kind of feed my ego a little bit, but they're just also acknowledging that this is getting through, that people are finding this meaningful, that my efforts are bearing fruit for them. So as long as I keep getting some nice comments and I continue just to refresh this practice for myself and dig a little bit deeper, I will just keep continuing on through this pandemic to bring us the beautiful teachings of yoga. A few more breaths here. Inhale a breath here. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or jump. Between your hands, come to a flat back, look up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, lift the prayer up, awkward pose, hold here. Soft gaze, equal breath, gaze towards the thumbs. Inhale a breath here. Exhale, dive forward, place your hands down. Inhale, come to a flat back, look up. Exhale, step or jump back, slowly lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down. Lift the prayer overhead, warrior one. We're gonna hold here, let's release the prayer to the front of the room. Press your palms together. You can exaggerate the hands forward. Inhale, pull the shoulders back and together. Keep your gaze on the thumbs, and then lift the prayer to the appropriate gaze place for you. Inhale. Exhale, one. Remember to apply effort. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale a breath here. Exhale, open the arms wide, second warrior pose. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, reach forward and down for triangle pose. Lightly place your right hand down. Extend the left arm up. Make any adjustments you need to make, but try to find firmness in the pose so that the effort to look up to find your steady gaze place comes naturally. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale a breath here. Exhale, extend your left arm over the ear. Option, right arm parallel to the left. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale, release the right hand down, left arm up. Inhale brings you all the way up to straight legs. On the exhale, bend your right knee, and you're going to bring your right elbow to your right knee. Extend the left arm up and over the ear. Reach on the diagonal. Think of inhale, drawing the left side long. On the exhale, opening the twist. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. From here, you're going to place your hands down on either side of your front foot. You're going to step back to downward facing dog. Option to stay here or go through the vinyasa one time on your own, like breath and movement. And then we'll try the other side. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, lift the prayer overhead, warrior 1. Again, we're going to hold here. Let's start together. Hands to prayer, create the mudra. You can exaggerate the hands forward. Inhale, pull the shoulders back and together. Use your thumb for your gaze. And then lift the prayer to the appropriate gaze place. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale a breath here. Exhale, open the arms wide, second warrior pose. You're going to inhale, straighten your left leg. You're going to exhale, reach as far forward as you can. Bend to the left hip, lightly place the left hand down as you reach up through the right side. Again, make some adjustments. Find the pose that is steady and joyful for you. And then your gaze will become effortless. So just look up, something steady. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale a breath here. Exhale, extend the right arm up and over the ear on the diagonal. 3 more breaths, optional left arm parallel to the right. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale, release left hand down, right arm up. Inhale brings you all the way up to straight legs. Exhale, bend your left knee, bring your left elbow to your left knee. Extend the right arm up and over the ear, reach on the diagonal. And then inhale, draws the right side long. On the exhale, open the twist for 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, place your hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. And then from here, we're going to drop down onto our forearms for a variation of downward facing dog. On inhale, you're going to roll forward to forearm plank. Then we're going to come into side angle from here. So bring your right arm on the diagonal. You can either come under the outer edge of the right flex foot or bring your right knee to the floor. Stack left foot on top of right. Extend the left arm up. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, come through plank position. Bring your left arm on the diagonal. Come onto the outer edge of your left flexed foot, or bring your left knee to the floor. Stack right foot on top of the left. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, bring your right forearm down. Forearms are parallel for your plank in your forearm position. And then you're going to straighten legs, come to your forearm, downward facing dog. And then lift the elbows off the floor. And then you go, wow, I never really fully appreciated my normal downward facing dog. Shake the head out, flop the lips. Bend the knees, look forward, step or jump. Between your hands, come to a flat back, look up. And then exhale, folding forward. Inhale, bend your knees deeply. Lift the prayer up. And then straighten your legs, hands to prayer. You know, when someone you love shows up and they need something to be done by you, for us, it's effortless, right? We just do it. The energy's there. It just comes up. We have lots of energy for that. Selfless service, right? The Buddhists say that the well of compassion is endless, right? When you're taking actions from love, there's no effort. It just comes freely. That's what Patanjali is talking about. If you continually show up disciplined with effort for the different spiritual practices, eventually they just happen automatically. What a beautiful thought that is, right? But we can live it. On the exhale, release the arms down. On your next inhale, you're going to step or jump wide to your right. You're going to turn your right toes towards the right wall, left toes in. Inhale the arms to shoulder height. You're going to exhale, bend your right knee, and you're going to bring your right hand to the instep of the right foot. And you're going to reach straight up and down towards the ceiling. If it's hard to find stability here, place a block underneath the hand. That should be helpful. And then breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now this is going to be effortless. You're just going to inhale, stand up. You're going to change position of your feet. Left toes forward, right toes in. Exhale, bend the left knee. Bring your left hand to the instep of the left foot. Reach it straight up and down towards the ceiling. Again, you want to place a block here? That would be helpful. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come up. From here, you're going to bring your feet parallel. We're going to set it for a straddle forward bend. So here, don't get confused in what you think you should be doing. We're all going to have different levels of experience, flexibility, strength. Put the effort forward to just do your best. How about that? So you're going to inhale, look up, look to the ceiling or the wall behind you. Leading with the heart, begin to fold forward. You're going to bring your hands to the floor. And see if you can bring your fingertips in line with your toes. You might need a block or two here. Now I know it's difficult to bring my head to the floor, so I'm going to try to separate my feet a little bit further apart. If you know it's easy, bring your feet a little bit closer together. Inhale, look up. Exhale, folding forward. Draw the top of the head towards the floor. Move into your Ujjayi breathing. On your next inhale, you're going to straighten your arms, look up. Exhale, move your hands onto your hips. Inhale, come all the way up. And then you're going to step or jump to the front of the mat, hands to prayer. Pause in action. And just close the eyes. Imagine that you know all these teachings already. They're already there inside of you. Right? That higher self knows this from many lifetimes. You just have to quiet the mind, Be steady in the moment. Allow what's already there to come up. All right, you ready from here? Come to the middle of your mat. We're going to do a little standing balance pose. You're going to draw your right knee to your chest. I want you to stand nice and tall here. You have a choice. You can bring your left hand to the outside of the right knee. Take the right arm up for counterbalance. If you want to go a little bit more advanced, take hold of the outside of the foot. And on inhale, you're going to twist across the body, open up to the right side. If you have the foot, begin to straighten the top leg without losing height in the spine. And then maybe bring your gaze to the hand behind. And then bring the gaze forward. You can bend the knee if the leg's straight. Release the foot. Release everything down. Give it a little shake out. So that was balancing on my left foot. It's always more difficult than the right, but it's okay. Same effort applied. Left knee comes up. Find your gaze place. Grab hold of the outside of the knee or the foot. Left arm comes up. On the exhale, begin to straighten that top leg without losing height in the spine. And then choose your gaze place. Then you bring your gaze forward, bend the knee, release the foot to the floor, give everything a little shake out, step or jump your feet together. Hands to prayer. On your next inhale, you're going to bend your knees deeply, lift the prayer up, Utkatasana. Exhale, exhale, twist to the right side, hook left elbow to the outside of the knee, hands to prayer. Take a few breaths here. And then you're going to exhale, look to the floor. Inhale, step your left foot back, keep the twist. If you want to bring your left knee to the floor, that's always a good option. If you want to take an arm variation, left hand to the outside of the right foot to the floor. Extend the top arm up and over the ear. If you're coming into a full bind, find your full bind. Ujjayi breathing. Steady gazing. Inhale, place your hands down, step back. Slowly lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog, and then walk the feet forward. Take a soft bend in your knees, gently roll up to a standing position. And we'll try the other side. Whew. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, lift the prayer up. Utkatasana. Exhale, twist to the left, right elbow to the outside of the knee, hands to prayer, take a twist, open the body. Take a few breaths here. And then from here, you're going to look to the floor. Inhale, step your right foot back. Again, bring the back knee to the floor if that's helpful. Arm variation, right hand to the outside of the left foot to the floor. Place a block here. Extend the top arm up and over the ear. Or come into your full bind. Hold and breathe here. Get beyond the need to apply effort. Let the effort come naturally. I have a body and mind, but I am more than just this body and mind. On your next inhale, place your hands down, step back. Roll forward, plank position. Exhale, lower. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Come into child's pose. You know, yoga philosophy tells us if you give it a little practice, you get a little bit of a result.
You give it medium practice, you get medium results. You give maximum effort to your practices, you get maximum results. Simple karmic equation, right?
All right, from here we're going to set up for our Shirsasana headstand practice. So for some of us, we hear that and we go, oh, I don't do this pose. You know what, that's fine if that's what you want to do, but you can still work on the half pose. The half pose is valuable. You can still apply maximum effort, even if you're still less advanced. It's not a problem. Let's just give our effort to where we can go. Maybe you just bring elbows to the floor, interlace your hands. Stay there, that's fine.
A little bit further, top of the head, behind the hands on the floor. Stay here, breathe, practice being in the moment. A little bit further, tuck the toes under, straighten the legs. Walk the feet in and begin to understand the balance in the forearms, which is about 80%, and a little bit less in the head. So you have to apply effort by pressing down your forearms and elbows. If you're ready to take it a step further and you understand the balance, you bring one knee into the chest. If and when, effortlessly, you can lift the other foot off the floor, come into your egg shape. And then when you're ready, it might take many years, straighten the legs. Again, 80% of the weight in the arms, a little bit less in the head. Hold and breathe. If you start sinking down into the small self, think of who you dedicated your practice to, and offer up whatever variation you're in our half the full headstand. That's 10 breaths. That's enough for this class. You're going to lower the feet down. A little more advanced yoga practitioners after class do 40 more breaths to complete your 50 breath headstand practice for today. And then coming into child's pose. Again, just feel what effort brings you. Should be a feeling of relief. You know, whenever we apply effort, there's a promise with that effort. If I do these things, I'm going to get something for it. And what we get through our yoga practice is we get yoga, right? Connection. Sense of something bigger than just the mind and body. Maybe the remembrance of a higher principle or even God itself. Thus the definition of the Jivan Mukta, the liberated being while in the body. Right? Liberation is here and available now, if we want it. And of course, we're always promised moments of liberation. All right, from here, we're going to come straight to the belly. Just come and lie down on your abdomen. We're going to set up for Shalabhasana. On inhale, you're going to lift your head, chest, straight legs off the floor. Come up. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Apply a little bit more effort. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Exhale, 5. Release to one side. Turn your face. And sometimes the effort comes by just letting go completely. It's really what the sutra is talking about. Right? Put yourself in a position to find that place where you are able to let go completely. Right? The asanas come perfectly to the one who offers them all up to God. Right? That's the theme of the Bhagavad Gita. Right? Take the action and offer it up to me. Don't worry about the results. All right, forehead down. Dhanurasana, bow pose. Next, bend your knees. Grab hold of the outside of the ankles. On inhale, lift your head, chest, knees off the floor. Come up. 5 breaths, come down, turn your face to the opposite side. Take a moment here, relax and let go. Forehead down, bend your knees. Tick hold the outside of either ankle. Second time, Dhanurasana. Inhale, come up. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Hold for 5 breaths. After 5 breaths, come down. Turn your face to one side. The amazing thing about our asana practice is it makes us feel good to be in our body, right? It makes us connect to the muscular system, the skeletal, to the energy body, to that bliss body. It's all right there. All right, let's turn over onto our backs. Everyone's doing amazing today. Good efforts. Keeping pace with our clock here. You know, it's important when we're given time parameters, right? That we try to stay within them. Like that takes effort as well. All right, starting with our half wheel. Bend your knees, feet are hip distance apart and parallel. On inhale, you're gonna lift your lower, middle, upper back off the floor. You have an option here. If you want more restorative, this feels good on any given day. Just place the block the long side down underneath the sacrum, and that'll support you to lift the hips up high. If you prefer to interlace hands underneath you, draw the arms long. Come into this supported version through your own efforts. Half wheel. Breathe the body, audible breath. Choose your gaze place. You know, the promise of these practices, especially from Jiva Mukti, is this is a practice of liberation. We will free ourselves from bondage. We will let go of the chains which keep us in this constant state of downward spiraling or watering negative actions. They'll begin to help cultivate movement upward, right, towards liberation. It's the whole path of yoga. It's the chakra system. It's all the different models that we are given. We awaken and then we move upward to be fully realized. Okay, if you're on a block, you can release the block or stay on it. If you're in half wheel, come down. And we're gonna get ready for 3 more wheels. All right, let's do this today. Before the first wheel, bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart. And I want you to think of something that you want to apply more effort to, right? Could be an action, could be a way of thinking. You know, I want to try to be more forgiving and understanding of the people I see out in my neighborhood and in San Francisco. I want to be able to support them in what they think is their right action and not judge it or be negative of it. Half wheel on your own. 4 wheel, hands alongside the ears, underneath the shoulders. Push into your hands and feet, come to the top of the head. Or you can come all the way up. 5 breaths here. And then come down after 5 breaths. Bringing your hands to prayer in front of your heart. In front of your throat. I want you to think of something that you want to apply more effort in your own actions to, right? And doing it because you feel like it's the good thing to do, it's the right thing to do. Right? So when I'm because I'm a chef, I have to go into supermarkets a couple times a week. In some parts of the supermarket, especially the produce department, people get really close and kind of aggressive and weird, and you know, it kind of brings that out in me. But what I realized yesterday is that I can slow down. I can be the one that's super, you know, conscious in my action. I'm letting people see my movements. I'm not rushing. I'm not cutting off. I'm not shrinking the social distance. I'm maintaining the social distance. And I can use my words. I can verbally say, excuse me, can you give me a little space? Right? And then I don't worry about the result of it. I just try to be good, be kind, be compassionate, and not worry about others. Let them do what they need to do.
support them, and then I just try to take my action in a conscious, mature way. Half wheel on your own. Full wheel, hands alongside the ears, underneath the shoulders. Pushing into your hands and feet, come up. 5 breaths here. And then coming down after 5 breaths, bring your hands to prayer in front of your eyebrows. And then what happens in those moments is you stop thinking so much about yourself. Maybe you're more concerned with others. And then if you're real lucky, what comes into mind is God or something of that nature, something high. And then when we're thinking of that, to act in these ways is effortless, right? To be good, it's effortless. To be kind and understanding to others is effortless. It comes natural because my mind is on the highest. Love and care is in my heart. Right? Think of the St. Francis prayer. Okay, final wheel, half wheel on your own. Full wheel, hands alongside the ears. Offer this final wheel up to the highest, whatever that is for you. Inhale, come up. 5 breaths here. Ooh, that's sometimes the hardest one. Awesome. You just apply the effort, right? Show up for it. Once you've come down, draw your knees into your chest and just rock a little bit from side to side. And we're going to rock the length of the mat. Inhale forward, exhale back. Come up to a seated position. And straighten both legs. We're going to take a little twist here. Put your right foot to the outside of the left knee. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, twist open to the right side. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, come center. Straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, left foot to the outside of the right knee. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Straighten your left leg, setting up for forward seated bend, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, walk the hands forward. Make a choice. Take hold of something. Inhale, look up. Exhale, folding forward. Next inhale, you're going to come up. From here, you're going to bend the knees into the chest. Release the knees out to either side. Bound cobbler's pose. Take hold of the feet. Open the feet up. Lift the heart. Exhale. Begin to fold forward. Breathing here. Again, apply effort and then let go. On your next inhale, lift up. From here, we're going to set up for a shoulder stand. If you want to bring your legs up the side of the sofa or close to a wall and lift the legs up the wall, that's an option. Or come to Halasana, feet overhead. Place your hands firmly on your back. Lift the legs up. Try to maintain some space around the throat. Breathe here. Choose your gaze place. Inhale.
And stay here a little bit longer. If you'd like to try a variation, reestablish flat hands on your back. Keep your left foot placed on one point on the ceiling. Exhale, lower the right leg over towards Halasana. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, left leg comes overhead towards Halasana. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, right leg comes down. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, left leg comes down. Inhale, keep the legs lifted in together. Exhale a breath here. Inhale. Exhale, lower the feet overhead towards Halasana. If your feet don't reach the floor, keep your hands on your back and knees towards your forehead. If your feet do reach the floor, interlace your hands, draw your arms long in one direction as you push the heels in the opposite direction. And then from here, you're going to place your hands on the floor. Keep your head pressing down, arms pressing down. Gently release all the way onto your back. And then we're going to set up for our fish pose. So give yourself a place on the mat. Straighten the legs, arms close alongside the body. Inhale, lift the head off the floor. Open the throat, lift the chest up. Bring the top of the head back to the floor. Lift the head up. You're going to place the body now in a place of surrender. So open the feet, hip distance apart, arms alongside the body, palms to turn up. Sharon suggested that this is a pose we should take for longer now. So after class today, maybe come to your final pose and put on some beautiful music and just really enjoy as the body unwinds and kind of settles into place from all the spiritual work that you've done internally and externally. Further letting go, allowing that natural effort to appear without force, just naturally appearing through our hard work. Over time, the ability to let go isn't something we have to work hard to achieve. It just happens spontaneously. You remain in your Shavasana. Give you a little music here. Begin to awaken the body here. When you're ready, come up to your comfortable seated position, and we'll finish by chanting Om and Shanti.
Bring our hands to prayer in front of our hearts. We give thanks to all of our teachers, especially the inner guiding teacher, the Sadguru, bowing forward. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Inhaling to come up. Nice to see all of you. And I thought I'd just end class today reading the tips from Sharon from last month, because I think they still apply very well to now. She says, none of us can completely eliminate our risk of getting COVID-19. Socially distancing breaks or slows the chain of transmission from person to person so that our health system doesn't collapse. We urge all of you to pay attention and to respect the advice from your local health authorities and governments. In addition, we suggest you do everything you can to boost your immune system. 80% of your immune system is the gut biome, so improving nutrition helps support optimal immune function. Eat lots of vegan food rich in vitamins A, B, C, and minerals like zinc, iron, and selenium. Leafy greens, legumes, tofu, whole foods and grains, nuts, yellow and orange vegetables, citrus fruits, broccolis, tomatoes, beans, mushrooms, red bell peppers, ginger, spinach, turmeric, and garlic. Take medicinally internally. So basically saying, don't eat highly processed foods. Drink lots of filtered water and green tea. If you're not in quarantine, make sure you spend some time outdoors every day to stock up on vitamin D and connect to Mother Earth. Get enough sleep, between 7 and 9 hours minimum each night. Sleep is crucial for the body's ability to recover and defend itself. Make the most of this more quiet time with less social activity and take a nap whenever you feel tired. Manage your stress level with at least 15 minutes of meditation each day. Practice yoga asana, don't skip shavasana, and perhaps make it a bit longer than you normally do. Exercise boosts your mood and keeps you healthy, so exercise moderately every day. This will reduce inflammation and support infection-fighting cells in your body. Take breaks from social media and limit the time you spend out online following the news about coronavirus. Remember that it's crucial to unplug and unwind. Chant mantras several times a day to protect and uplift your mind. See the Jivamukti chant book for selections of mantras and prayers, and you can get that online. If you're a yoga teacher, find a new and creative way to connect to your students. Set up a digital channel and live stream or record your classes so people can continue their yoga practice even though they have to stay at home. Remember, the best way to uplift your own life is to uplift the lives of others. If you're a yoga student and miss going to your regular classes, check to see if your favorite yoga studio or teacher is offering digital classes. Most studios and many teachers have begun offering online classes. Be safe, be healthy, dare to care, be yoga. Thank you, Sharon Gannon. As always, thank you to Andrew and to Wendy for helping us keep our community so solidly connected through this difficult time. Thank you.